It's crazy. Yeah. The other thing is now that we have these tuners, right? And before you just accepted that didn't quite sound right and kind of avoid it, but now it really aggravates you because you have a machine saying, "Oh, by the way, this is a G sharp," and you're like, "But it's not supposed to be. It's the other ones are fine."
I still have my tuning fork.
Oh yeah, right?
You tune
Yeah.
and you get it on here, you get that one note.
Yeah.
And
Did all the rest. That's what it was. Yeah. Remember? That's funny. Yeah, because when I got my first guitar, my dad gave me, here's the 3 chords you need to know, and here's a tuning fork. That was that. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I am setting up our stream, so go to DeborahGuitarOrchestra.com and pick up the sheet music, and, well, I guess it's orchestra tonight, so pick up the information on how to join orchestra. You should be here playing with us. It's fun. It's not good. It's not the right page. Update this.
Well, on this guitar, this guitar, on my own, because it's not a smart maker. My classical, the guitar stuff is different. It's fun.
We're going to start in 9 minutes. And guys, we'll work reverse alpha today, so we'll start with November and then go reverse alpha today. Well, I've switched my baton to my iPencil. That's the new baton because it's always here and I don't have to keep track of it. So.
I bet you could get a lava lamp baton.
You know, with the ukulele group, we often are playing in the dark up there in Lakewood, so I have several wands of various types that glow in the dark, and just about every time we do that, John, you know, John and June, have you met him? He's sort of our crazy tech guy, and he'll bring me some other weird random thing that's got lights up or whatever. It's so funny. I've got this collection of things he's brought to me over the years. I'm like, okay, that'll work. Vic. Welcome in. We'll check the audio. It's good that it's good. Good evening. I saw you over there and I didn't even say hi. All right, we'll start in 4 minutes. So now's the time to go to the bathroom if you need to. What I figured out about this building is whenever you have to go to the bathroom, it's busy. And you always have to go to the basement. It's all creepy and weird down there.
It takes time.
When you go down, it smells like a church basement down there, you know? It's just like,
Because it is.
Because it is. They painted everything, and I thought that would help, and maybe they made it a little better, but I think they need to put new carpet or something down there. It's just like, I hate being down here.
Flooded a few times.
Probably over, you think about it, in 100 years, man, there's been some stuff, you know?
Boiler breaking.
That boiler, the old boiler apparently flooded. It's down. There's a basement below the basement, and I have been down there. I mean, it makes the upper part look like a penthouse, man. It is super scary down where the boiler is, and apparently it has flooded a few times down there. And they have the old coal room. You know, when they built this, they would have been coal-fired stove. So that room is still there, and there's this sort of weird grate on the side, and they would have just filled that room up with coal. Well, now it just looks like this dungeon room. Like this is where you'll find the dead guy kind of room. And, yeah, that's where you put the sinners, I guess. Yeah, and 3 years ago, I helped them clean out that room, and it just had decades of stuff just crammed in there. We hauled it all up to the trash can, and the stuff that was too heavy to carry, we had to cut it up and all this stuff. And when we got it all done, it was like, oh, this would make a nice loft, you know. And but it's since become a storage room again. So. And guys, we're going to start looking at measure 27 tonight. 27 through 40 is really where I want to put our energy tonight. Mostly we'll have a fairly short rehearsal tonight, but we are going to put in a little bit of just brain damage time in on measure 27 through 40, because that's the part of the song that's really going to be tough to get through. And we'll take some time to go through it carefully. Hey, Linda. Yeah. All right, we'll get started in 1 minute. We'll do some announcements. Hey, Jerome. All right, so let me make a couple of, let me tell you a few things, and then we'll get started on this. One, I did not get any work done for you guys at all this week, nor the harmonica group, nor the ukulele group, because I've been trying to get caught up for missing a week of school, and it was pretty brutal. So I feel like I mostly got caught up. with a couple of exceptions. So hopefully this week you guys will see an email from me with a new song on it. I know we all get ready to move on because we've got these ones figured out, right? So we're all set. We need more music. That's what I learned from the ukulele group is, no, we can't play what we've got, but we definitely want the next one, right? And so I've learned to just keep throwing it out there. I know you can't play what you got, but we want more. The next one's the one you're going to be able to play, right? So that's how I've always thought about it. I remember staring at piano music going, I hate this song, and after a while you'd be like, turn the page, and you couldn't play that one either, but you didn't hate it as much as the other one, So I'm optimistic that I will be able to finish two pieces actually that I've got going for you guys. So there's that. Second thing, you guys were probably, some of you are trying to skirt the issue, but you're trying to find a song that's meaningful to you that you want to play. That's your solo opportunity, right? And no, you don't have to do it, but yeah, you should do it. Even if you never end up playing it for the group, you might say, hey, Gary, I want to come down on a Thursday morning at 7 when there's nobody around and maybe play it for you. And but it gives you something to work on that'll be yours forever. And so I think I would like you to take that as a challenge if you have not chosen to take it up yet, to find a song that you're just going to put in 6 months on. Just going to really dig into that thing and do the best you can, committing it to memory or not or whatever, but just turning it into a song that you own. And if it could be Spanish inspired, then we might be able to use that, right? So be giving that some thought. Next thing, I did a bad thing. I taught our harmonica players how to tab music, and I have an email box full of stuff that Vic and Linda, who are also in this group, have tabbed out. So some of those songs may end up being guitar songs as well. And so the secret to everything that we do is melody, right? It's always melody. If it's got a good melody and we build everything around the melody, then you can turn in that kind of music into other types of music. And so if you're out and about, or you're in the day, you're going through your day, and you notice you're singing a song to yourself, that's a candidate, right? And so get on that, find the piece of sheet music and say, all right, I want to make an arrangement of that, and get arranging for guitar. I'm going to say something very scandalous. Arranging for guitar is way easier than the other instruments, because you have all the notes. You have lots and lots of bass notes that will sneak in right underneath these melodies. And so maybe not all of you, but somebody out there is like, I know that Gary is never going to arrange my favorite song from 19 whatever, and I want to be able to play that on guitar.
What are you implying about us?
What's that?
What are you implying about us?
That you might like a song from 19 something, right? I always feel a little jealous because the songs I like all start in 16s and 17s, right? And they're super crazy old. But not that 19's old, right? Not that 19's old, but it's getting to be old. we went through a thing in the crossword puzzle blog the other day about what is recent for the New York Times crosswords, and it's about 1970. That's about the newest stuff they dare put in a puzzle. Every now and then they'll put a rapper in the name of a rapper in there, and everybody gets all furious about, well, rap's been around since 1990. It's 40 years old, and they still like, no, don't put that in my puzzle. But if you ever thought, I would like to try arranging some stuff, I actually know a little bit about this. And so come see me, send me an email, whatever, and I will be delighted to help you with that. Christy's done a bunch of arranging for me, both for this group and for ukulele, and it's super fun, right? Depends on the day, right? I think it's quite a challenge. The first, about 50 of them you do, but at some point you're like, I've arranged those. They're mine. I own them, and
it's fun when it actually makes the concert.
Yeah, right.
The first one actually makes the concert.
when you finally get one in the concert. You don't have to start off with arranging for a big group. You could start off with duets, right? I'm going to put down the melody, then I'm going to put down the chords, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to do with the chords. And it can be really quite rewarding. And you get that way. You don't always have to be in a situation where you are simply put a piece of paper in front of you and following the directions, right? You actually get to play a role in what you do. And I don't think I have, outside of piano, I don't think I've played anything in 20 years that I didn't mess with, that I really wanted to bring my own self into it. Piano.
I would start with either a duet or a trio.
Yeah, start with.
Trio stuff too.
The trio stuff is fun, right? Because then you can have a bass voice, a middle voice, and an upper voice. But I also think just starting with nice, simple duets. Get the melody figured out, get the chords in there, have your friend play one and you play the other to see if it works. It can be it can be very rewarding and very artistic. One of the things that happens when you only play other people's music is you start to get the notion that there's right and wrong in music, and that is a crazy thought that should be banished from your head. This is art. It is. There's better art and less better art, but it comes down to a very personal interpretation over lots and lots of things. There isn't a piece of music that I approach that I don't think, what could I do to this? What could I do to make it better, or what could I change? How much? Three Blind Mice, right? Creative license. I don't know if it's creative license. I think it's wanting to make something bigger. And I don't know if that's I don't feel like I need permission to do that. Like, that's something I would think as an artist, you're just like, yeah, that's what I do. And it's funny, I heard Three Blind Mice. Gordon Close, who owned, it's gone now, Melody Music down in Inglewood, has a 5-minute long guitar version of Three Blind Mice. And it is impossible to play. He gave me the music. I'm like, this is insane. And it just, he brought in all this other stuff. And here's a song. You're like, well, I don't know if I like that song, but I like the way that was done, right? And so, and it's just him taking something simple and making it fun. So it's not necessary for all of you, but if you ever thought, I would like to understand that process of taking a melody and turning it into something, I can help you with that. I know how to do that, and I would love to work with you on that. So, you're supposed to be working on a thing, you're supposed to be doing that, supposed to do this. Let's talk about our lovely song, Una Dia de Noviembre. And let's look at measure 27. This is the hard part of the song without question. And so I'd like to go through each of the parts just very quickly and give you some advice, okay? So guitar 1, your first thought note is a 12, right? And you're coming off of 3 previous 12. So your first note in this section should be lovely, right? So work on getting your 12s just you should well, that's something we'll talk about survival skills in a minute, but yeah, hit that 12. Make sure that 12 is just gorgeous, right? And then the next measure, you have that stupid rest at the beginning, which is really annoying, but guitar 2 is going to pick it up. And so you're sort of listening at that moment for the guitar 2 to hit their note. And then you've got 7, 9, 10, 7, which is a little bit of a problem, right? But if you'll put a bar on 7, little mini bar, you only got to get the first 3 strings, your ring finger on 9 and your pinky on 10, that's your chord shape, right? So think of it as a chord shape, not so much as a bunch of random weird numbers. Just make a little chord shape and just look at your hand and go, okay, I'm going to put a bar on and then a 9 and a 10, and when I get to that spot, I've got plenty of time to get that on. I think that that's a pretty doable little measure for you. The next measure, which Christy has, or the arpeggios have, and guitar 1 has, again, you want to do a little chord shape. Put your index finger on that 7. Now, I was already making a bar on the 7, so put your index finger on the 7, and then probably your middle finger and your ring on the 9 of the first and third string. And now you've got a different little chord shape, but it absolutely drops you into being able to play that measure, okay? Next measure is zeros, yay. Next measure is 7 and a 0 and a 7, yay. Okay, the next measure I think is one of the harder ones. 5, then 7, then 12, right? There's no way to reach that conveniently. So you're probably thinking, I'm going to get the 5 and the 7 and then slide my pinky up and get 12. That one I'd have to practice a lot in order to get that one right. I think that one's pretty challenging.
Can you move it up to the 10th or 11th?
You could. I mean, that's the other thought, and I crossed my mind about doing it, and then I thought, I don't know. You could move the 7 on the first string would be a 12 on the second string, I think, and then the 5 on the second string would end up being a 9, I think, on the third string. So you could move those up and get them a little closer. Then look at 13. 13's not hard to play, 9-7, 9-7, 9, but it's the rhythm that's hard there, right? Because you've got that dotted 8th note followed by a 16th ninth. So it's going to be 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, dun, 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 right? And then you have a little scale run, 7, 5, 4, 2, 4, 0. That's probably reasonably doable.
But it's fast.
It is fast, yeah. And we'll talk about, I'm not even, you notice I glossed right over the rhythm on that one, right? I don't want to talk about that. When we get it, then we'll work on it later. Measure 35, again, same sort of rhythm, but you're on 7s and 8s this time. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, right? Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, right? And then you have this beautiful little triplet there. Ba-da-da-dum, dum, 1, 0, 3, 0, 1. So as soon as you hit that last 8, you got to jump down and grab the open position. And then again at 37, the same exact rhythm, just on a different frets. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 0, 3, 1, 3, 1, right? So that's, I think there's a couple of measures in here that are really unpleasant, but for the most part, I'm hoping it makes sense to you. Now, guitar 2, you guys are sort of the engine running. You're helping the melody know where they are each time. So counting this will be pretty important. You're going to hit in measure 27, you're going to hit that 0 and then immediately hit the 7. So it's 0, 7, 0, 7. 0, 7. It's not a full beat there before you hit the 7. It's only an 8th note 0 followed by a 7. Now, of course, you let that 0 ring through the whole measure, but just know it's very quickly, ba-dum, ba-dum. And the same thing with measure 2. It's ba-dum, ba-dum. And then
The reason that that's a 7, why not just
you could do it on another string. You could do it on another string. The 7s get pulled down from the melody or from the solo.
think of a reason why
Yeah,
it's a 7?
you could absolutely play it on a different string if you wanted to. The only reason it's there in the solo you bar the 7, so that's why it's there. Yeah. And then look, you guys are in tall cotton, clear to measure 31, where you're going to do just a little mini bar on those 7s and get everything, and then hit the open note with your thumb. Similar thing happens at measure 33 with you guys, just a little miniature bar on 9. 32, I don't think, 32, you're on 7, so you're going to slide back to the 5 and then put your probably middle finger up on that 7, and then slide up to the 9s at 33. Measure 34 is a 0. So guitar 2, you have these moments that are really hard and then a little bit of relief, and then really hard and a little relief. Same thing at measure 35. I'd just use a mini bar on 5 and just make sure I'm plucking the right strings. And then you guys also have the 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, which will be really cool. Back to the little bar, and then 0, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. And then that nice big A note or E note at the end there. So hopefully that this discussion is helpful a little bit. And then arpeggios, you guys know you are really, you really are going to need to do the bars. You might even take a look at the solo versions because I do think these chord shapes are helpful. You're going to have a bar on 7, and then you're going to have it in both measures 27 and 28. And then sort of technically a bar, but it's that same shape that the melody players have. So we don't need to panic in measure 29 because we're doubled up. We'll have twice as many people playing that as possible. Arpeggios, the two notes that are going to matter a lot are in 30. The 0 and then those 2 6s, we're going to want to really hear those because you're the only ones who have them, and they sound so cool in this piece of music. So make sure you focus in on 0 and then getting 6 and 6 on it. It sounds so cool if you can get it. The next measure is 6s and 7s, not terribly difficult. The 32, as with the melody, that's a tough one. 5, then 6, then 9. It's sort of spread out. So you might look and see if you want to refinger yours to fit your style a little better. And again, I just pulled those out of the solo, and then I thought, well, they can figure it out. Then you got the bar, and then your measure 34 is quite difficult. 12, 10, 9, 11, 9, 9, and that's exactly how I've been playing it. It works really slick, but the rhythm in there is pretty challenging, and we'll fix the rhythm once we can play the whole song. And then everything else, I think, flows through pretty well for you. So hopefully that is at least somewhat helpful. I think the bigger thing that you need to keep in mind is we're not playing this song until October, okay? Not till October. So you have 400, that's not me. Now 200 practicing once a day, every day for 200 days, you'll be fine. And what Tom said is he meant it as a joke, right? I have to tell you when Tom's being funny because his jokes are not that funny, but my jokes are hilarious. There's going to come times when you can't play something, right? Have you figured that out? There will come these times. So what do you do in those times? You just play what you can. And I can assure you over at the guitar orchestra that I'm in over at school, there's lots of times I can't play stuff. And yeah, I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I'm getting closer. But very often I'll be like, there's no way this measure's happening, but I can get the first note in the measure, or I can get the third note in the measure, or I can get those zeros in the measure. I find something that I can do to contribute measure by measure, and sometimes that means I can't do anything in a measure. I'm going to look at the next measure, and I think that's a perfectly sane and healthy way to approach this music in this style. There's always going to be something that's easy for some people and hard for some people, so give yourself permission not to play every single thing. It's okay. Also, plenty of permission to make mistakes, right? Until the concert, and then if you make mistakes, we beat you with a stick, and you learn. You look at your name and you're like, why did you play it that way? All right, beautiful. So let's try from 27 on to just a measure 40. Let's see. Don't do the repeat. Just play straight through. We're going to play straight through no matter what and see if we can figure out where the challenges are. Okay, so from 27, three beat count in, and I don't remember what we were playing this at. 74. Okay, so nice and slow, 3 beat count in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 29. 2, 3. 30. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and dun. Good. 1 and 2 and 3. Ba da da dum dum. 1 and 2 and 3. Ba da da dum bum bum. 2, 3. Bum. Bing. Good. I hear some harmonics happening. Good. Let's do it again. You guys got this. You got it. You've got it. I feel confident. From 27. I'll do on 26, 26, 2, 3, 27, 2, 3, 28, 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 3, and 30, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, da dum, da dum, da dum. Nice. Okay. And I hear Laura already working on her trill there in measure 30, which is just going to be a super cool thing. And if any of you guys are up for working on that trill in 33, do it, because it'll be this moment where it'll be just this little Tweety bird thing that happens. It's going to sound really, really cool. All right, so from 27, one last time, a little bit faster, okay? And be a little bit louder, right? It's okay to make a mistake. I won't throw anything at you. 26, 2, 3, 7, 2 and 3 and 8, 2 and 3 and 9 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 1 and 2 and 3. Ba da da dum bum bum ba dum ba dum ba da da dum bum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Oh, so good, you guys. All right, beautiful. Questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, this song's going to be a lot. It's going to be a long-term project. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. All right, so from the top. Let's get our game face on. Let's do this. And we'll do the repeats until I'm sick of them or until you play them right? How about that? All right, I'll tell you where to go when we get to each repeat, okay? I think I marked them all, but I might not have. All right, from the top, and no rush to get anywhere, guys. Give yourself plenty of time. Okay? Oh, no, that's way too fast. Let's not play that fast. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 2, and 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, and 8. You're going to go back to 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 11, 2, 3, and 12, 2, 3, and 13, 2, 3, and 14, 2, 3, and 15, 2, 3, and 16, 2, 3, and 17. All the way back to 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 3, 4. You're speeding up. Take your time. And 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, and 7, 2, 3, and 8, 2, and 3, and 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 11, 2, 3, 12, 2, 3, and 13, 2, 3, and 14, 2, 3, and 15, 2, 3, and 16, 2, 3, and 17, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 19, 2, 3, and 20, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5. Bang, 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 bang. Dun, dun. 8, 29, 30. 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, 27. 1, 2, 3, 28, 2, 29. Slow down. 30. 2. 32. Done. 3. 34. 2. Keep going. 35. 36. 7. 2. 3. 8. 39. 2. Back to 27 again. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 29, 2, 3, 30, 2, 3, 31. Good. 32. Bum, bum, dum, dun, bum, ba da da dum. Keep going. 1 and 2 and 3. Ba da da dum, bum, bum, ba dum, ba dum, ba da da dum, bum, bum, ba dum, ba dum, ba bum. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 43. 2, 44. 2, 45. 2, 46. 2, 47. 2, 48. 49. 2, 3 and 50. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 53. 54. 55. 56. 57, 58, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 60, 2, 61, 2, 3, 62, 63, 2, and 4, 2, 65, ba-dum, 6, 2. And then hold, let them ring. It's ready for stage, honestly, guys. That's really
Are we doing the fermatas, or
not for a while. We at this point, I want you to ignore all fermatas. Okay, at this point, we may decide. The fermatas are generally just over the harmonics. I think they're only over the harmonics.
Well, I got one written in on 17. I wrote in last week.
Did we write one in at 17? Oh yeah, because that is a harmonics there. So for right now, we're just straight time, and then at some point, if we decide, you know what, we want to make these harmonics a little more dramatic, we will. But for right now, just ignore fermatas, and then we'll see. Once we're playing it solid, we can decide how much drama to add into it. I think that. The harmonics keep coming at you throughout the whole song. At some point, they kind of lose their cachet, I think, and you're just like, just play them and move on. So we'll, for now, just ignore all fermatas, and then we'll decide later on whether we really want to put them back in. I'm very happy with our progress on this. This will be by far the hardest song you guys have to deal with, and we're already. It sounds like the song already, so that's exciting. All right. Spanish Romance. Well, I thought Jerome went to join him. I'm going to sit in with you guys. My band upstairs is playing a boring song. Thanks, Jerome. We would be swinging everything if we left that door open. All right. So Spanish Romance is not easy, though, right? I mean, it's definitely a pretty challenging song. So let's go with this and see what we came up with this week. I had you guys playing it last week at 62. So let's just put it at 70. Come on. And remember, melody players, don't rush. Let those notes really be full, because you got some arpeggio players that get kind of cantankerous if you rush them. Okay?
And that's
They send me emails. You got to make them go the speed that you got to make them go. No, they don't do that. I don't know if you sent me. I haven't even read my email all week. That's how bad it was. I noticed that Vic and Linda sent me all kinds of work. That's what I noticed. So, all right, here we go. 70 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. 10, 2, 3. 11, 2, 3. 12, 2, 3. 13, 2, 3. 14, 2, 3. 15, 2, 3. 16, to the top. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. 10, 2, 3. 11, 2, 3. 12, 2, 3. 13, 2, 3. 14, 2, 3. 15, 2, 3. 16, 2, 3. 17, 2, 3. 18, 2, 3. 19, 2, 3. 20, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2. 24, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. 10, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 17, 2, 3. 18, 2, 3. 19, 2, 3. 20, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. 5, 2, 3. 6, 2, 3. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. 9, 2, 3. 10, 2, 3. 11, 2, 3.
Isn't it about measure 23 that thing just goes?
Yes, and
Watch it goes on.
you guys are doing a great job of it. Honestly, I would put.
No, we
They
can't.
pick up,
No.
they pick up speed at 23.
No, they do not. The work gets harder at 23. I was staring at it the whole time because I knew I'd hear from you guys. Like, oh, they're picking up speed. I'm watching this. Boom, boom, boom. Quite technically, I even slowed them down just a smidge, right? We'll replay the tape tonight and we'll put on stopwatch and we'll see. But I feel very strongly. I get what you're dealing with. This is all the work product goes way up in difficulty at 23, right? And yeah, it's going to feel like, man, they're taking off on us. They're taking off. But I was really watching this to make sure we didn't do that. So.
Well, it actually gets hard at 28.
Well, I think that whole second half is pretty dang hard.
3 to 27. It's 28 when you're jumping into those middle strings.
Yeah, the middle strings cause such a problem. Here you are just happy as a clam on the bottom strings, and all of a sudden, for no good reason, he's moved it up to these other strings. And the solo pieces, that's exactly the place where you just are like, I'm not playing this second page anymore because it's just too hard. And it's that exact spot, right, where you just get, it just gets really complicated. So I think, however, that despite the fact that you felt like you weren't playing well, it sounded pretty damn cool. And so I think we've got this piece. It's just a matter of getting comfortable. This was the fastest we've played it. It was at 70 the whole way through. And I was really making sure to keep an eye on the metronome to make sure that it didn't get away on us. And thank you, melody players. You did a really lovely job, despite what it did feel fast, right? So we probably don't need to play it any faster than that. I mean, I think it's listed at 80, but we're not required to do that, right? And so you guys just did it at 70, and who knows? You know, you guys will let me know. Those of you guys that are doing the arpeggios, I know Laura's doing them. I imagine Jerome's doing them. Oh, is he doing his own thing? Okay. He has a tendency. He's playing the Beatles over there.
Bass guitar too.
Playing bass? Wait, what? But yeah. So earlier I was talking about bringing your own sense of self to pieces of music. Jerome has no problem with that whatsoever. So right now I feel pretty solid. Like if we had to put that on concert at that speed, I think it's going to be just fine. If we can get it a tiny bit faster, I think it'd be a little bit fun. So please know it's sounding really good. And guys, we've got plenty of time to get it better. So those of you guys working on those arpeggios, just keep focusing in on speed, obviously, but also just keeping that nice consistent sound. And the chord shapes are, I mean, they're not easy chords, of course, but they are, as a group, they're coming in just fine. So thank you. Beautiful. All right, what's the next on our list? Come on. Remember Me. And Jerome, I looked from my original source on this, and I don't have it in my computer anymore. So I don't. So you and I can talk. I'll read through your email about the. Okay. So I will look at. I'll look at that and see. But normally I just keep the original source in a folder inside of the other folder, and it's not there, so I don't know what I used. All right. We'll play what's on the paper today, and then I'll take a look at it in more detail. Last time we played this at 78. Remember, we play the top 3 times, Gary, and then we finish. Okay. And this is another one that's pretty challenging piece of music. So you're going to be spending a little bit of time working on it, and then we're not in a rush to get it perfect yet. We'll never get it perfect, and that's okay too. But we'll get it more perfect. How about that? All right, let's give it a try. It's a 4-beat count-in, and then you come in. Okay, and we did it at 78 last time. Let's just leave it there for today. That feels fast, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It does seem fast to me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, and 6, 7, 2, 3, and 8, 9, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, that's so beautiful, you guys, 17, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 6, first ending, 7, dun, 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 1, 2, 2, 3, measure 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, second ending, 19, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, we will do that fermata and then go, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, we did it! Super excited, oh my gosh. All right, so next time we'll crank up the speed a little bit. I'm not touching that one, that's beautiful. So we played that at 78, so next week we'll shoot for 84, 85, something like that. How did the speed feel generally? Fast, slow, fine? Little, it's a teeny tiny bit draggy, but it's kind of cool in here, like it's just like, oh, that'd be a nice lullaby, right? So we'll pick up the speed a little bit, but honestly, I'd put that on stage with that, what you just did. That's nice. All right. All right. La Paloma. All right, let's try concert speed. Let's see what happens. Ready?
Yeah, I was having a conversation.
I know, I saw, I heard. I know. It's how he is, you know, he can distract you. Okay, here we go. He's been a distraction since the day he showed up. We're glad he showed up. All right, I'm gonna play it fast today. Let's see how we do, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, and dum, dum. 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2 and 3 and 4 and 8, 2 and 3 and 4 and 9, 10, 11, 2 and 3, 4, 12, 2 and 3 and 4, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 44, 5, you did it, nice, 6, 7, 2, 3, 8, 9, 50, 53, to the top, 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try that last measure. Let's hit that a little louder. So it's feeling like, oh God, we're coming into the hangar, and we don't want to do that. We want to come bursting out, right? So let's go from. By the way, we're playing that in 42 through 48. Really, really solid. Like, it sounds really nice. Let's go from measure 34. My eyes. From measure 34 to the end, and when we get to measure 54, right after the repeat there at the end, just turn up the volume just a little, right? Just attack it a little bit louder, and I think we'll have it. I think we'll have this measure 54. I just want that loud.
Are you gonna retard there?
No, we'll do the fermata, but no retard. We'll just pull right in there. Bum bum ba bum bum, blum. Right, that's what I'm hoping to hear. Okay, so let's go from 34, second time through, and straight into the ending. Okay, so 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 34, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, and 3, and 4, and 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, and 3, and 4, 40, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 2, and 3, and 4, 8, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, done. Loud, 4, And now, Cindy. Nice. Make sure you mark your fermata there at the end of 54. This song's nice. It's really nice. You guys, people will love it. So, okay. Beautiful. Cielito, Lindo, and Jarabe Tapatío. We'll wrap up with that tonight. Okay, so we have 12 here tonight and 3 online, so that's 15. And we, Mike is traveling. Joni I didn't hear from. Carolyn is playing hooky apparently. Okay, so if they had those 3, we would be at 18, right? And our goal is 19. Oh, and Pele is 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, like I said, you guys all got to bring one person. If you haven't brought one person yet, you're falling behind. So, it will. The more guitars you have, the better it sounds. Really. So, it hides your mistakes, right? And I think I remember. And I say that. I'll tell you. I say the story all the time, but. Back when I had the ukulele orchestra and we had 25 people, it was brutal. Those concerts were really hard to get through. And then we got to 50 and it was like, we're like Midas and now everything comes out golden because just to get enough bodies in the room covering up, you know, and maybe you can't play this measure, but the guy next to you does and the whole thing. And so don't be shy about letting people know what we do is hard, but it's worth it. Okay, what we do is very weird, but it's worth it. And so,
I think this stuff is harder than the Beatles stuff.
do you think it's harder?
Yes.
The chord structure is way easier. I suspect that.
I would argue
It's the
that
arpeggios.
What's that?
word structure is not easier.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, I thought the Beatles were brutal. Well, the problem with the Beatles is they're constantly using the wrong chord. And you're like, why is that here? That's not right.
Song is chord.
Yeah, but Joe, you think these chords are tougher? Okay, that's
I think
interesting.
this is a harder set of music than the Beatles.
Well, good. I'm challenging you guys. I'm trying to keep it easy. I really am. That's interesting to me because I don't think I would have ever guessed that. I do think Una de the November song and Remember Me. I would agree with you, but you guys, the Spanish Romance at that speed is pretty challenging. You got so we're going to be. I've been debating about Malagueña, which has a lot of bar chords in it. I don't know how it would work in a large group, but we would make a lot of noise. So I'm going to think about that. I know some of you guys are fine with bar chords, but most of you are like, please don't make me do bar chords. So
Make it a percussion song.
we could make it a percussion song. I didn't invite you guys to the last guitar concert I was in over at school, but we had all this weird stuff in it. This semester we do there's one song where we take the string and we pull it up off of the fretboard and let it go. Plank, 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 and we do it a bunch. And when it does it, you're like, oh yeah, that's exactly what should happen there. It sounds really cool, but it's like, I think I'm hurting my guitar. And then the other one is, I have one section where I just scratch on the strings. And that goes on for a while. Yeah, it's actually kind of a cool effect, really.
Although you probably need a steel string for that one.
No, we just use the upper strings on the guitar. Yeah, so. Yeah. It's so funny. The songs we're playing are so goofy, but the same thing as you guys are dealing with, right? There's just a lot of hard stuff in them, and so the cumulative effect is really nice. But all right, let's play this one perfect. Remember, we have this weird transition moment when we go from 3/4 to 2/4, basically, or 3/4 to 6/8, right? And
We had a thought on that.
yeah, what's your thought?
Our thought is on those two notes leading into 39,
Yeah?
make them slow.
Do you want to do them slow? Let's try
So
it.
they go
Dun, dun, run, dun, dun, run, dun, dun, run, dun. Okay.
Instead of just going cold from a half note, or
It's from thinking quarter notes into suddenly thinking in eighth note triplets or quarter note triplets. Yeah. All right. So let's try it. Who knows? Let's try it. So we're going to play 38, the first two notes regular, right? bum, bum, and then we'll go bum, bum, and then da 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 da, or however it goes. Da, da, I don't remember how it goes. So let's do, so just those two notes we'll do nice and slow, okay? And maybe if it's,
Each one or something.
yeah, and if it's too confusing, maybe we'll just pick one person to do them, right? 5, 4, where's Nancy? 5, 4, da da da, right? Right?
You know the other orchestra song that we're doing, My Fair Lady has, is it My Fair Lady or something? It has the two fermatas.
Two fermatas in there, yeah.
Yeah, we could do something like
Dum, dum, go. That might be fun. Let's try it. So I'm gonna put a note to myself to put 2 fermatas on there, and don't change anything on your sheet music yet. Let me just see what happens. All right. From the top, 2-beat count-in for most of you. And we were doing it at 1:30 last week. Is that what we were doing? What? What?
Yeah, that's what we were.
Second half is at 60. I'm going to just believe that we were doing it that fast. It does drag if you don't do it pretty quick. It's all quarter notes. So, all right, let's do it pretty fast. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6 to the top. 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, and 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 37, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 4, gun. 41, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Slower, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 80, 82. Slow down. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Who hit the high D? Nice. Yeah, we're gonna do that. That'll be fun. We'll get it cleaner than we did it today, but yeah, we'll figure out specifically what I need to do to give you the 5 and the 4, and that'll be fun. So we'll work on that next week. I will get you a new song this week. Remember, Wednesday nights we do solo work. So those of you guys that are like, yeah, the guitar is just fine, but I wanna play by myself in the closet in the basement. That Wednesday night's your night. This week, well, we did Danny Boy last week. It was really beautiful. So you should come play that with us. And that's all I know about. Questions, comments, or concerns? Thank you all for being here. We had a nice turnout. Keep playing. Have faith. We got a long time to go, and we're going to have an amazing concert. I'm really excited about what we're doing. We'll be fine. Here's how we word it. A money back guarantee at the concert. Money back guarantee. Money back. Guys online, good to see you. Thanks, Vic, for being here. Linda, good to see you. And I can't remember who. I'm not sure who number 3 is, but might be Jill. Jill might be number 3. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Obviously, Vic and Linda, I got a ton of stuff from you this week, and I'll see if I can get to it. And have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Peace.